find your lack of faith disturbing.
Gotcha!
SmashMouth Footballerz.
We got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call
Introducing.
They know what it is, know what I do.
Nick Tate.
Who don't understand? Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My ring.
Joe Caldero.
Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile or even fit
Chad Young.
my shoes. Still I got a lot to prove, but for all that we've been through, this overdue. This the anthem.
Hey, welcome to SmashMouth Footballerz. I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Caldero.
And guys, today we're going to go over wide receivers. But before we start, don't forget, we got a couple giveaways. If you buy some merch in our merch store for every $5 you spend, and not only do you get a great product, but you're also going to get your name in a hat to win this right here. This is a mini speed helmet signed by Devin White, who's now in Baltimore, but who used to be on Tampa Bay. So if you're a big fan of Devin White himself, who played at LSU, or maybe you like Devin White because you're a Tampa Bay fan and he did amazing when he was there, or maybe you like him now because he's on the Baltimore Ravens.
Maybe you just want the Tampa Bay helmet.
Maybe you just want Tampa Bay helmet. Maybe you just want something autographed by an official NFL player,
right,
authenticated by Beckett, and thanks to our friends at Pristine Auction. Or, one more time, let's do the or. And maybe you're just a Star Wars fan, right?
I am.
So, we're giving away this Boba Fett Funko Pop. It's also signed and authenticated by Beckett itself and Pristine Auction.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe that's not your cup of tea. Maybe you just want to become one of our great followers here at SmashMouth Footballerz.
Maybe you want a sweet jersey.
That's it. So once we get to 3,500 subscribers, we're going to give away 3 Tajay Spears jerseys.
Why Tajay Spears, you're probably asking?
Well,
we're in Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Spears played at Tulane, and we happen to love Tajay Spears.
We've got 3 signed jerseys, authenticated again, as well as a Jackson jersey when he was on the Chargers. And then at 5,000, we're going to give a Kyrene Williams jersey signed and authenticated. And
to one person. So each of these is an individual winner. So at 3,500 subscribers, we're going to give away 4 winners. That's correct, 4. At 5,000, we're going to give away another 4 winners. But these in 5,000 is going to be a Kyrene Williams signed jersey, and it's going to be 3 mystery boxes. Right.
These mystery boxes are given to us by Pristine Auction, and 2 of them are signed jerseys from NFL players, and one of them's a signed football.
We have no idea who they are. We do not open the packages. As you can tell, these are the ones you'll be getting, and they still have the Pristine Auction tamper-proof seal on them. So when you do get them, send us a quick message or a quick 10-second video of what you got. Hold it up, and we'll put it on the podcast.
We'll put it on the show. You get to see yourself on the show, plus what you've won. Just reach out to us at smashmouthfootballerz1 at gmail.com.
Awesome.
And we'll reach back out to you.
Thanks, guys, for all the support. This has been amazing. We love fantasy football. It's a hobby for us. I mean, we hold down regular jobs. So we come here and we do this. We take time away from our families on certain days and stuff to do this because we want to reach out to y'all and give y'all insight. We've been doing this for many, many years. I've been doing it for 15 or 18 years.
Yeah.
So...
and then Chad doesn't like talking this week because he's got a case of not
he's in timeout. Chad's in timeout.
Well, you know, Chad's been bragging, right? You've been bragging. Yeah,
Chad?
Lamar Jackson. I'm winning. Guess who lost this week? Chad, to me. That's right. You lost.
Sweet. I don't know. With Lamar Jackson?
Oh, that was in our this last week, week 7. Chad lost in our Dynasty League.
Oh, the Dynasty League that I'm in number 1 on.
That's right.
In first place.
He kept saying, I'm winning. I'm right. Not this week.
I'm alone in first place, so I don't even pay attention to you slackers.
I'll be there. I'll see you in the playoffs.
All right, wide receivers, guys.
Wide receivers. So last night, Thursday night game, we had the Vikings-Rams.
Man,
if you didn't know who you wanted to pick.
Matthew Stafford, if he continues to play like this guy is going to be a top 10 quarterback from this point forward. Keep your eye on him. I would, if you have quarterback issues and he's on your waiver wire, I would pick him up right now and I would stash him.
That's
just
right.
in case. Hell, I would probably play him. Well, I would probably play him going forward.
When we were drafting at the beginning of the year, a lot of people were picking up Matt Stafford. He was not on the waivers. And then when Kupp and Puka got hurt,
excuse me, when Cup and Puka got hurt, he struggled.
Yeah.
And he's out there. I know for a fact, at least in 2 of our leagues, he's out there.
He's out there. He won't be for long.
He's not going to be for long, guys.
We play some serious fantasy football.
That's right.
So, yeah, I can't think of a reason not to play Matthew Stafford if you have. Sorry to say it because I love Baker Mayfield, but without Chris Godwin, without Michael Evans, Matt Stafford would be my play. He's got his guys back.
That's right. Man, Puka. Man, he was tossing them bombs to Puka.
Man, it's like we said in the last episode, they have been running the offense through Kyron Williams, who is a great player, not to take anything from him, but he's not built like Joe Mixon to be the focal point of the entire offense. He did great. They still lost a bunch of games.
Yep.
Now their real focal point is back, who happens to be
As of last night, it was Puka.
Yeah.
They used Cup as a diversion at the beginning
and
of
he
the
did
game.
a great job doing it.
I mean, he moved to one side of the field. Everybody followed Cup, and boom, Puka was out there.
Where do you shift? Where do you shift to?
Yep.
So,
and then when they realized Puka was going to get the ball, he was just trucking people.
Man, he was knocking. Like I was saying in the last episode, he's a 6'2", 210-pound wide receiver who is not afraid of contact. He is not afraid of contact.
Or he's also not afraid of hair products because his hair is phenomenal.
Yeah, no doubt.
The boy got a stash too.
Yep. Yeah, those single mustaches, man. I wish I could grow.
Man, he was in that helmet, and it was looking like
looked awesome. So moving forward, Puka Nacua should never ever come out of your lineup, which any real fantasy football player would never pull him out. Yeah. Cooper Kupp, depending on the defense, he'd be a play.
Like him.
He probably. I would flex him over a lot of people.
He gave me 16 and some change last night throughout the game. I kept him. I have him in 3 leagues. I played him in 2. I got him. I mean, he made me some good points, so I'm not mad at him.
I noticed somebody in one of our leagues, or maybe it's a different league, that has some running back issues. I always have 6 running backs. I'm thinking about trading a running back for Kupp, if not 2.
He'll flex. He'll flex pretty good.
So yeah, if someone has Kupp, I would make him. Puka Nacua should be the guy you're targeting in a trade, but nobody is going to trade Puka Nacua. They might trade Cooper Kupp
if they do.
If they do, they're crazy.
So
Minnesota Vikings wise,
Justin Jefferson is the dog.
Amazing. I just wish he would compose himself a little more, but the dude likes to win. Throwing the helmet around just didn't look. He's a professional, man. He's more professional than that.
Well, I mean, he's on a team. He's winning. He's just a little frustrated. But as far as like being a diva, he's not that.
No, he is definitely not a diva.
He's just angry.
He just wants to make sure they make it to the Super Bowl.
That's it.
Next game.
Eagles, Bengals. Eagles. Devonta Smith, I think, had a bad game last week. I think he comes back, becomes value. Yep. A.J. Brown is a must play.
Yeah. A.J. Brown is a number 1 every week, no matter what.
Yep. I like him. When he was out for a couple of weeks, it hurt me.
Devonta Smith, under normal circumstances, he's a wide receiver 2 for you.
He's easy. Like I said, I think he just had a bad game last week. I think this week he's a bounce back for sure.
So last week I said that T. Higgins would be the wide receiver of the week. He came close.
He did good.
He came close.
He brought value.
So
Jamar Chase got a touchdown.
Just like you would play A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, you got to play Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Those two. Those two. So play those 4 guys without even thinking about it.
You'd be missing out if you didn't.
Right. Without even thinking about it. T. Higgins in a flex, man, you can't go wrong.
No.
Next game.
Especially in a PPR league.
Oh, right, without a doubt.
Ravens, Browns.
Oh, boy, let me find this one.
So, Mark Andrews came to life last week.
Yeah. So, what do you do with that? Do you expect this going forward?
I don't.
I don't either.
I don't. It's not that it couldn't. It should. I mean, if we go back to history and in the Ravens, Lamar Jackson with Mark Andrews, he was a thing.
Yeah. So it looks like.
Is this a fluke or not?
If you pay close attention, it looks like the offense is so fast, Baltimore. and then they do a play for Mark Andrews, and it slows the whole thing down to like slow motion.
Yeah.
Because the dude's barely moving down the field. So I don't know. He's a touchdown dependent tight end, even though he did have that one pretty long play.
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers is a must start for me moving forward. The last 3 games, I have Zay Flowers. I picked him to be a league winner. He could still be if they keep doing what they're doing.
I'm with you. I thought that at the beginning of the year. I was thinking Zay Flowers. I guess the season started off slow. Maybe they integrate him in because I said it on previous episodes. The Ravens seem like a team that was developing their run game, and now they're trying to get that wide receiver game.
Yep, they do it in sections like that. Yep. The only thing about Zay Flowers is they have a guy who was a no-name guy for a long time, Rashard Bateman over there, who's playing fantastic. Yeah. And Lamar Jackson playing like an MVP this year is finding both of them. Whoever's open, he's finding them. So,
Chad, what do you got? Oh, thank God!
Thank goodness.
Oh man, Browns.
So
nobody. I don't try this.
If Jameis Winston is the quarterback, which I'm afraid he's not going to be,
he can sling it. Like if he's the Tampa Bay back throwing 50 touchdowns, 50 interceptions.
Yeah, you got to remember he threw it. And the reason he threw all them interceptions, maybe they had no running game. Right. So and he's so confident he was trying to get the ball in a small window.
Yep.
So if he's throwing the ball and he's not your quarterback, why not look at Cedric Tillman, Jerry Jeudy? Don't play him. Don't play him.
Yeah.
Heavens no.
You could stash him.
Stash him and see if Jameis is going to be the quarterback going forward.
Yep.
And play him if you have a bye week, and we have some bye weeks coming up where numerous teams are on the bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no Browns wide receivers.
No, none. Njoku, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Fire him up.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. All right. Here's another team that we do not worry about them wide receivers on. That's the Titans Lions.
Oh, wow.
Titans.
Titans wide receivers. Let's just get rid of our best wide receiver.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
You talk about somebody looking for some draft picks next year.
Yeah, but they didn't even put out what they got. I didn't see it. I didn't see what they got in return for the trade.
Maybe it's a secret. Maybe it's a secret. Maybe it's a secret quarterback they need.
Well, they don't have a quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe there's a trade that says we're going to give you this quarterback later.
So just like we said, as far as like keeping your eye on Tillman or Jeudy, keep your eye on Calvin Ridley. He's the better wide receiver out of those three.
Yeah. So I picked up Ridley in a couple leagues to stash him.
Yeah, I looked for him and I saw you picking him up in like all three.
He ain't playing. I ain't playing him though.
Yeah, keep your eye on him though.
Yep.
Detroit, fire him up.
I mean, you can't not just pick up a number one, like because he's the number one.
Yeah. So I have this belief.
Somebody got to catch it. That they're going to play every week. Somebody got to get targets.
You talking about Ridley?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna try to force it to him.
Yeah.
Yes. And then they don't count against you. Incompletions don't count against you. So might as well
put him on the bench.
Put him on the bench watching.
I definitely ain't playing him against the Lions.
Nope. So Detroit wise, I've always thought this. Of course, Jameson Williams. You told me in the last episode that he's suspended for PED.
Yes.
I didn't even realize
he got 2 weeks off.
I don't think it matters. I actually believe, and I believed this year and last year, that Khalif Raymond is a better wide receiver than Jameson Williams. So,
of course, St. Brown's got to be a play.
You got to play him. I don't think Laporta is going to be much in this game right here because Tennessee does have a good defense, and they're good against the tight end. Keep your eye on Khalif Raymond. Don't pick him up, but just don't be surprised if the dude
catches a couple.
Yeah, and maybe gets a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, if they play like they played last week, St. Brown was balling out.
Was he? And you know something crazy about it? He took contact.
Yeah,
he didn't like slide when the guy got within 2 yards of him.
Maybe somebody got into him. So, hey, look here, buddy, you want to keep making that money?
Yeah, take a little bit of a hit.
Player.
Yeah, this isn't soccer.
But yeah, St. Brown is a definite play. No Titans wide receivers whatsoever.
None. Not even a tight end.
Cardinals, Dolphins.
Okay, here we go.
So, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yes,
must play.
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek Hill must play.
Must play. Waddle must play.
Got that Tua back.
Yep, Tua's back. The other Cardinals receivers,
I don't see
Wilson and Dorsey. I just don't see it.
I've been watching for weeks. Like, man, like Murray's got to throw it to somebody.
And then Trey McBride is the guy.
That's that. So we're looking at Trey McBride, tight end.
Yep.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yep.
And you can't not play Marvin Harrison. So I guess at the beginning of the year, like Kyler Murray must have got chewed out and said, hey, dude, that guy over there can catch the ball.
Yeah. Yep. For the draft capital, you drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. on. Probably third round.
Yeah.
Maybe fourth round. You got to play him.
Got to play him.
I have him in one. I got to play him, even though sometimes I don't want to. I just put him in there and see what. Hopefully, something happens.
Well, he shows up when Murray throws the ball down the field.
Yeah. So I'm very confident that Tyreek Hill and Waddle are going to come out.
Man, Tyreek's been talking smack. Been talking smack on the line. He's telling everybody that then Tua's back. He's coming back with a vengeance.
No doubt.
So you know what? Out of him and CeeDee Lamb, who were number ones last year, I think I take my choice on Hill.
And we already did the running back podcast, but don't be surprised if these two running backs are the lead in
This
pass
week?
catching.
Yeah, without a doubt. Okay, Jets, Pats.
Oh, right. How many of these Pats wide receivers are you gonna? Zero.
It's not that Drake May is doing it.
Yeah,
I just
tight end.
I just don't see anything going on.
It's the tight end. It's Hunter Henry, and he loves him.
Yeah. Oh man, does he? I saw that. Jalen Polk, like he got one or two passes, but that was it.
We were hoping he'd be something. He's nothing.
But Hunter Henry, woo, that boy getting it.
Yep.
It's like every third play, Hunter Henry caught a 10-yard pass.
Yep.
So if it ain't for targets, you need to get him for yardage.
Yep. Jets wise,
yeah, I would say you have to play Garrett Wilson and Adams.
I actually think in this game, Garrett Wilson's going to have the better game because Devontae is. They have to double cover him. Garrett Wilson's not going to. In the beginning of the season, Garrett Wilson was getting a double coverage.
Yeah,
and now he's going to be single covered.
The good thing about Devonta though is he is a playmaker,
and he's a team player when he's happy.
Yep, I think he's happy.
He's happy.
So,
yeah. So
Lazard, no. I think Lazard was a thing before Devonta showed up.
Yeah.
So I think Lazard's still a good player. I think he's a wide receiver 3 on this team.
So Aaron Rodgers is going to have to get it together on this game.
Everything from here forward
is 100% on him.
Is Aaron Rodgers' fault?
You saw Devonta Adams just got there, and some of those balls that Aaron Rodgers threw to him, he was like, "What in the world was that?"
Yeah. Hey, buddy, I remember when I did that. You caught him last time.
Yeah, because and he didn't forget.
Yeah,
Adams didn't forget. He was looking for that back shoulder pass from him, and it wasn't there.
It was like,
yeah, it was a flutter out of bounds. So when they get together on it, it's going to be great. Look for Adams to have a touchdown. Look for Garrett Wilson to have a touchdown.
Oh, without a doubt. And my boy Brees, he gonna get something too.
Brees is going to have 100 yards and something.
I guarantee he gets some. So that was let's talk about just Brees just for the fact of catching. He caught a lot out of the backfield last week.
Yep.
So
because they don't have he's playing the role of the tight end across the middle because Conklin's not doing nothing.
That, and like we've talked about before, Aaron Rodgers is running this team. I really believe it. He liked Aaron Jones because he would do that check down, and Aaron Jones ran from the outside.
Yep, and that's exactly what Brees is doing.
Yep.
All right, next game.
Falcons, Bucks. So you got to pick up these receivers on these Falcons, boy.
So I have Drake London.
I've got
first game. I was like, oh boy, here we go again.
Yep.
Here we go again with Drake London doing nothing, and the dude caught fire, and he's still doing good. He'll be a top 20 going forward, and I play him without worrying about it. Mooney's still a threat. When those big bye weeks come with a lot of teams on bye, you should have Mooney to play him.
Kyle Pitts is stepping up. He's a good down the middle right now. Like he should be, based off the way this team is built, he should be a number 1 tight end. But he's kind of hitting the middle of the fence right now. But thank goodness, because at the beginning of the year he wasn't doing nothing.
Right. Buccaneers wise,
I have no reason to touch these guys.
Let's see what McMillan does. K-Dot should be rostered. Maybe not played this week, but roster him. Baker Mayfield has to throw it to somebody.
Yeah, but I don't want to gamble like that.
With no bye weeks this week, you should not be throwing darts at anything.
I would take Hunter Henry over this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd take Njoku over that.
Yeah, see? So there's no But it's not Mayfield's fault. It's not because they got terrible.
It was terrible, man.
They just had 2 terrible injuries on their 1 and 2.
On the same game.
And look, Godwin was killing it this year. Man, he was looking like the old Godwin.
I'm sitting there in the living room talking to nobody because I was by myself.
And it was the end of the game.
And I watched him go down, and I saw his foot kind of pointing in an odd direction. I said, oh, no, that's it.
And we're talking like, what was it, the last drive?
Yes, it wasn't. I don't remember if it was the last or not.
There was the last drive. There was really no coming back. They weren't going to win. It was just we're just trying to play through the game. And the boy got hurt.
If you remember, when he went down, the camera went to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, and Mayfield just squatted.
He immediately knew that it was over with.
Yeah, he was
put his hand in his over his head.
Yep.
And knew it was over with. Evans is going to be out 3 to 4 weeks with that hamstring, and that's not just any hamstring. I mean, he looked like he was in some serious pain, and he usually plays through pain. So
this is the next 4 weeks for the Bucs.
It's going to be tough. Run. I wouldn't be surprised if
Bucky Irvin
becomes
a valuable thing.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that you didn't want him before. Now you got it.
I don't understand why teams that have a lot of these injured wide receivers don't run 2 running back sets.
I don't know,
but they should.
All right. Here you talk about wide receivers. This is the game. Packers, Jags. So, man, them Packers. I think Jordan Love starts off hiking the ball with 2 footballs because he just throws them.
Man, Jordan Love is special.
So here's the good thing, right? The funniest part about this game is you got 2 quarterbacks that both got paid highly, and only one of them's worth it.
I sit here and I listen to all these radio shows, and every week they change their mind. Romeo Dobbs, he's the number 1, obviously. Watson's obviously number 1. Wicks or whatever. There is no number 1 in Green Bay. It's who is open. Whoever is open is getting the ball.
Tyler Kraft
Tucker Kraft.
So, they're chunking it, boy. Jordan Love is the number 1.
So if you have any of these players, fire them up. Romeo Dobbs, Jaden Reed, Watson in a flex this week. Maybe not because there's no buys, but on a week where there's a bunch of buys, he could be a flex play.
It's not that the guys aren't good. It's just you're gambling on who's getting it. It kind of reminds me of the old Patriots. Tom Brady was like that.
Yeah. Whoever's open is getting the ball.
It's whoever was open.
Yep.
You would pick somebody on the team, and if Gronk was there, that was the guy. Because it's not because Gronk was a better wide receiver, it's because he was the consistent on that team. So with the Packers, though, the consistent's Josh Jacobs,
right?
And it's because the Packers just throw the ball and they just catch it, and they're all talented,
all of them,
man. Watching that 2 weeks ago, Jalen Reed slide and catch that ball between 2 defenders.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And Jordan Love threw that thing, and then that's the type of game you're watching. Like, this is a game you want to watch. You just put your phone down. You don't even look at your fantasy points, and you just watch that boy go to work.
Just enjoy watching the game. Just enjoy it.
Trevor Lawrence.
No.
You got to play Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, you have to.
Evan Ingram.
Oh, man. So I got this Evan Ingram problem. I've drafted him the last 3 years, and the dude always shows up late or in a game where I've lost by so much, his little 5 or 6 points ain't going to help me.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're playing Evan Ingram, you better make sure you got some strong wide receivers.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, they're really – Tank Bigsby's the guy. So as far
going
as
forward, yes.
The throwing stuff, it's just Brian Thomas Jr., really.
If you want to take a flyer on Evan Ingram, I don't blame you, but just don't expect a whole lot.
So here's the thing. Trevor Lawrence is going to have the opportunity to throw that ball because Jordan Love's going to run down the field and make a touchdown every time.
He's going to have to throw it.
So this should be a high-scoring game. The over-under is 49. I'd take the over on that one all day. And the one person that's going to fail you on that over-under is Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. I would love to be able to tell you that
Because
Gabe Davis is going to do something.
I
or
guarantee
Christian
you
Kirk.
that Jordan Love makes at least 30 points for you.
Gabe Davis or Christian Kirk, I don't even worry about him in this game.
And you should. You should. When you look at the stats, you look at the team, you look at the depth chart, and you look at the price tag they put on Trevor Lawrence. Mm-hmm. It should.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't he like one of the top 5 highest paid quarterbacks in the league?
So
for doing nothing?
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. Between this game right here, you got Jordan Love who got paid really high, and Trevor Lawrence got paid really high. And the only one that's made sense is Jordan Love.
And the only one that sat for 3 years behind a obvious, Hall of Fame quarterback is Jordan Love.
And it shows.
Yeah.
That boy learned something.
Yep, he sure did.
All right. Colts-Texans.
Colts-Texans.
This is one of them games again. You get to, and you look at the wide receiver core, and you say, oh, I like these wide receivers, but I'm not playing them.
You're like, man, this team has some good wide receivers on their team.
Yeah.
And then you look at their quarterback, Anthony Richardson, and you're like, they mean nothing. They mean nothing.
Now, let's just say that, Anthony Richardson comes down with a bad cold, or maybe he gets the flu, and then they say, starting today, Joe Flacco. Well, then you go pick up some receivers.
Oh, Joe Skinny will get the ball to him. And like I said, in a week where there's no bye weeks, you shouldn't be forcing any of this. You shouldn't be trying to force Michael Pittman to anything.
So on this one, we're looking at the Texans.
Yeah, my boy's still out, Nico.
Yep. So it's going to be the Stephon Diggs show.
Yep. Tank. They're trying to get him involved. Everything runs through Mixon, though, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Mixon had more receptions than anybody on that team.
Good chance, man. And Dalton Schultz ain't showed up this year.
No, not yet. He will. I don't know what is going on, but C.J. Stroud is a shell of himself from last year. I mean, he's not even in the top 15.
He's not the guy no more. It's crazy. He has the talent.
He does.
He's got the talent around him.
Something's amiss, and I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's the offensive line because he doesn't have the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true. All right. So on this one,
Diggs.
If
you don't have any good options to put in your flex, Tank Dell. If you want to flex Tank Dell, because the Colts are terrible on defense.
Yep. All right, here talking about another one that we're gonna be scared to play a wide receiver on. Saints Chargers.
Boy. Okay, Olave's back. Does that move the needle for you?
Has to be, just because Olave's back, Derek Carr is there, and
Rattler.
If they're saying Derek Carr, you hearing Rattler?
Okay, so if Derek Carr plays, it's different.
Yeah. Should be Derek Carr. That was as of probably 8 or 9 this morning. I was watching some stuff, and they're saying Derek Carr's going to start.
Okay, so
because they're looking to make some kind of trade to make up for Rashid Shaheed. They were talking like McCole Hartman and stuff.
Yeah, because I know that they were wanting to make a move for, was it Sharp?
I was reading McCole Hartman this morning.
McCole Hartman doesn't move the needle for me at all.
No, but they were looking at some kind of speedster they could pick up. I'm not saying it happened. They were just, this was talk. But I know they were wanting to replace Rashid Shaheed because he's out. But, I mean, that just dumps the ball on Olave. Here at this game against the Chargers with, I think this is a low-scoring game.
Oh, yeah.
I think
run.
Olave and Kamara gets them throws.
You know who I think is going to be the most valuable player on the Saints this week? Taysom Hill.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I mean, if Derek Carr does not play.
But he's healthy, huh?
Yeah. If Spencer Rattler plays, then Taysom Hill will be in there. Now,
man, that boy last week
we need to figure out if Derek Carr is playing or not.
Man, somebody must have lit his shoes on fire because he looks scared.
Who, Rattler?
Rattler.
Man, why wouldn't he be? You got to get rid of that ball in 2.5 seconds. Man. And he's brand new.
Yeah, but the thing is when you get your NFL opportunity to be the starter, you should have no fear. Right. You should get out there, stand in the pocket. If you run out of the pocket, cool. You should be looking for them boys and hitting them up all day long.
That's the one thing that I think a lot of people respect Bo Nix for. He was taking hits and getting back up.
Yeah.
He was missing his receivers by a mile, but he was still getting up.
I mean, but the thing is I got my chance. I'm going to take it. I'm getting paid millions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the coach was thinking. Jake Haener probably could have got a lot more done than Spencer Rattler. But
I mean, I'm not going to I'm going to have to give it to him. That's a decision you don't want to make.
No, you don't want to make it.
So I don't see other than Olave, and Olave's a low end pick for me. Nobody. I don't pick no Chargers, and I don't pick no Saints other than Olave. And like I said, it's low end flex.
I think Luke McConkey's probably not going to play.
Right.
He's questionable on the wrong side of questionable. Quentin Johnson on the wrong side of questionable. You don't want to throw off a dart at Palmer.
Again, you're saying this is a no bye week. I don't pick.
Yeah, you don't throw darts at things like that.
Yep.
All right, next.
Bills Seahawks.
Okay.
You got to play Metcalf. You can't go. You cannot.
Isn't he?
Play.
He's hurt. Is
he still hurt? Let's see.
So, if Metcalf is hurt, JSN is a play.
Yes.
Bills wise, while you're looking that up, Bills wise, I'm going to say Cooper.
Yep.
And Khalil Shakir, and that would be it for me. Besides, of course, Kincaid.
Dalton Kincaid would probably be the best one in this game to play.
I think so. Out of all these wide receiver moves, to me the one that moves the needle the most is Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper makes the Bills that much more better.
Oh, DK did not practice.
Yeah, I think DK's done. It was a leg. It was something with his leg.
His knee. JSN. They've been working him all week.
Don't be surprised if the tight end doesn't get a lot of play in this too. So, yeah, we're not throwing darts. So just move to the next guy up, and that's JSN.
They saying Debo's not playing either.
Okay.
Wrist,
that flu.
Sick.
Well, he had pneumonia.
And wrist. He has an issue with his wrist.
All right, we'll get to that game in a second.
Yeah.
So, Bills-wise, Khalil Shakir is a play. Amari Cooper is absolutely a play. Kincaid is absolutely a play.
Man, I want to see Amari Cooper do good.
I hope he does so good. I do.
I liked him. I've always liked him. I didn't want him this year or last year because of the team he was on. On the Cowboys, when he was on the Cowboys, I picked him, and he's always been an older wide receiver, but he's like a Larry Fitzgerald. He
still knows how to slowly create distance. Yeah. I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
But he did. So yeah, all right, that's what we got with that. JSN, if we got a Seahawk.
Yeah, JSN playing.
All right. Oh man, here we go. Another team. You're like, what? Who plays wide receivers? Panthers, Broncos.
Oh boy. Chad, do you want to play Deontay Johnson?
No, Lamar Jackson's not throwing to him.
Yeah. So for me, no darts being thrown. I'm not playing none of them.
None of them. I don't see anybody here. I mean, you got Deontay Johnson, but I mean, no.
The Broncos are not a scrub defense.
It's not that, and just nobody has anybody.
The red Rifle's probably not going to play quarterback. It's going to be.
They said he's not.
So it's going to be
like they said they saying Young is starting.
Yeah. So if Young's starting, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And then Broncos. When you got Franklin did last week.
How would you like to make $1 million? Okay.
First of all, yes.
To play for the NFL.
Yes.
And I'll make $1 million too. And our teams are gonna play each other.
First of all, when we get paid, let's go eat some steak.
We can get some good McDonald's Happy Meal. I
don't know. They've been having some
E. coli.
E. coli. Yeah. I don't know about that.
So I'm the quarterback. You're the quarterback.
Cool.
Okay. Now stay with me.
I'm with you.
$1 million.
Okay.
The average quarterback yardage for two quarterbacks is over 500 yards. Right.
Okay.
A game.
I got you.
We only throw for 200 yards between the two of us.
Oh well. Or
maybe 250. But we're still going to make that $1 million. We don't have to do anything. We can just, okay, that's good enough. We're still going to get our money. Isn't that insane?
I'll tell you this. If I made $1 million this year throwing that ball, and me getting out on the field said next year I could make more if I did good. Guess what? I'm going to do good.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay. I'm not going to be your best quarterback. You know why? Because I don't play quarterback. Because I don't play football. But I tell you what, I'm going to show out. I'm going to take some hits. I'm gonna wake up every morning taking some ibuprofen and some ice baths. But guess what?
I mean, they still have to pay these guys, man, and I don't understand.
If I'm in that window of opportunity, you're gonna pay me next year too.
So I mean, I don't understand that part of it. Okay, these guys get paid all this money and they don't show up, but they do show up for like 1 or 2 games in the season, and then toward the end of the season, and they say, "Oh, I'm going to hold out next year because I want more money."
Yeah.
But the team can't say, "You didn't do good last year, so we're going to hold out and pay you less money."
These kids can. There ain't no reason to pay these people.
Yeah, but there's no way for the team to back out.
Yeah. Now here it is on this one. I'll tell you right now, the Broncos and the Panthers, they can hold out all they want.
Yeah.
I mean, who we could pick somebody off the street.
Yeah.
We can get Taysom Hill from the Saints, save the Saints some money, and either one of these teams could pick up a better quarterback.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly right.
So, no wide receivers.
No wide receivers. Not even a tight end.
Not a tight end.
All right, go ahead.
Chiefs Raiders.
Oh man. Okay, so Hop just went to Kansas City.
I play Hop.
Even though he doesn't know the playbook, I play Hop. But it's going to free up Xavier Worthy.
That's what I was about to say. I think Xavier Worthy becomes a little more valuable this week.
Kelsey.
Gotta play Kelsey.
As much as I hate to say it, man.
Got to.
He looks like he's in slow motion, but he's killing it in the PPR 3 and 4 yards down the field.
All right, getting them points, boy.
So
he's not your number one tight end no more. He's starting to build a family with Taylor.
Yeah, so if you got to play D Hop, just be ready that he's not going to know the entire playbook.
He can't take a lot of hits because he's got a commercial tomorrow.
Oh, Kelsey?
Yeah, you can't get none messed up.
Man.
So, him and his brother,
I'm over it.
They've got 3 more commercials to do this week.
I think I've been over it.
Getting 2 shots. So, but no, seriously, you got to play him just because of PPR advantage. I think Xavier Worthy becomes a little more valuable because of D-Hop. I think D-Hop is the play of the week for this team. And then maybe you play Brock Bowers, but I wouldn't.
Oh, I do.
I wouldn't.
I do. Brock Bowers has been putting up numbers against good defenses.
But you have no choice.
Yeah.
Like this guy is the only choice on the Raiders.
Absolutely the only choice. He's the only.
Yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it? A rookie is what their whole team hangs on.
You know, this seems like a similar situation they were in years ago with their tight end.
Which one was that?
He just retired this year.
Waller.
Yep. It was the same situation years ago.
Yep.
All they had was Darren Waller.
Yep. And look what happened. Darren Waller retired 4 years later, 5 years later.
Yeah, because he went to the Giants and did the same stuff. Mm-hmm. But
he's like, there has to be something more.
Yeah.
No, there's not, buddy.
Why don't anybody get receivers around me? Why not? I need help.
So Raiders wise, Brock Bowers, that's it.
Yeah. And Chiefs wise, you could take Xavier Worthy on a
flyer and a flex,
and then D Hop, he's a definite 2.
Yeah.
Bears Commanders.
Okay. This is what is crazy to me. We talked about Jordan Love saying there's no number 1 receiver in Green Bay because he finds the open guy.
Right.
Well, so does Caleb Williams.
Yep.
So
he hasn't made a connection, or he's just throwing it to somebody that's going to get him that.
Yeah. So I fire up DJ Moore, especially in this game. My
favorite receiver, especially if Jaden Daniels is playing, Terry McLaurin.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I don't know if there's many more players I would play.
No.
Receiver
Roma Doomsday isn't really showing up.
No.
And then Allen is just hurt.
He's touchdown dependent.
Yep.
Maybe they're tight end.
Jaden Daniels, and I mean between his running backs and him running the ball, the most consistent thing is Terry McLaurin.
Yeah. Yep.
So
that's the easy one.
Yep.
DJ or nothing.
All right. Cowboys 49ers.
For the draft capital you spend on them, you got to play
Lamb.
You got to play CD.
Other than that, it's a nobody.
Yeah. Remember, no bye weeks. We're going to keep saying that. You don't throw darts on no bye weeks.
That's right.
You got your guys already that you drafted, and if they're not injured, or if they were injured earlier in the year, you pick somebody who's currently filling that spot. If you have a receiver in your flex, you move him up to your number 2, and you put a PPR running back in there.
Yeah. 49ers, I mean, they're saying that Debo's out right now.
Boy.
He's got a wrist injury, and he's sick still.
So I picked up Juwan Jennings because I think he's got to be the guy moving forward. He has to be.
I think he's hurt too.
Man,
Hold on 1 second.
if not, then it's Cowling or Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah. 1 second.
That's insane, man. Cowboy wise, I mean, Jalen Tolbert would be
Maybe.
if it wasn't a week where there's no buys, he would have been maybe. But a lot of people have been dropping Ferguson. That's going to be to their own detriment. Ferguson should not be dropped. He can be played, and he can not be played in this game. Do not play Ferguson in this game. 49ers defense will not allow it. You're looking up Juwan Jennings?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure. Game time decision.
Game time decision. I don't like those.
It says Juwan Jennings injury opens door for Ricky Pearsall.
Okay, so
That's 1 week ago. Today it says it's a game time decision.
okay, so I'll watch it. But in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll drop somebody who I don't necessarily need.
25 minutes ago, Juwan Jennings ruled out for Sunday.
Okay, so it's Ricky Pearsall or Cowling. You can. He's got to throw to somebody, but this means George Kittle is very, 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 very important.
Yes. And against the defense that says George Kittle is very, very, very
defense that
important.
says George Kittle will be the man.
That's it. Man. Who wants to trade me for George Kittle? I want him.
Yeah, no doubt.
I got some stuff. Let's do it. Let's trade it. Let me
I
get
don't
him.
have him. I wouldn't do it though.
No. Who would?
What's the next
You'd
game?
be slow. Well, the next one is another one. Man, the last couple ones have just made me go, no. Giants Steelers.
Okay. Malik Neighbors never leaves my lineup unless he's hurt or it's a bye week.
Robinson.
No, not against the Steelers.
Okay.
Pickens, yes.
Based off last week, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Giants can't stop nobody.
Right.
Firemouth, yes.
Yes.
That's it for the Giants. I'm just looking at Neighbors.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there's really, we're limited these last couple games that are playing. I mean, I like the Bears Commanders. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs kind of dominate the Raiders. Panthers Broncos is terrible.
I mean, there are a lot of games in here that can get out of hand pretty fast.
Saints Chargers is terrible.
You got
Packers Jags. Oh,
that's going to get out of hand really fast.
What?
So let me look.
Falcons Bucks goes nuts.
Jets Patriots. But believe it or not,
This
Steelers Giants can get out of hand.
I think this is going to be a terrible Monday night game.
I think the Steelers
got to win this
if
one.
Russell plays the way he did.
They got to win.
I think the Steelers can win this game by 14 points.
Yeah, the spread is 6. Pittsburgh giving up 6. I think Pittsburgh
Smashes them.
Yeah, I think this is way better. Like this is
Daniel Jones cannot throw the ball when he's laying on his back
all day.
So that's just the way I look at it. If I was a gambling man, I'd take the Steelers on this one all day long. I put all my money.
Well, I mean, between the Steelers defense, that means the Giants have no run game.
Mm-hmm.
Malik Neighbors is playmaking the whole game, hoping that he can catch it between two defenders.
He'll have 10 to 12 targets easy.
Yep.
And knowing him, he'll catch 8 to 9 of them.
I'm going to tell you, this is how it's going to look. Defense of the Giants for the Steelers going to line up. Then you're going to have 2 spies on a running back, and you have 4 people sitting over on Neighbors.
Yep.
And they're just going to be waiting.
So you think Wandale Robinson might have a chance?
No.
No.
Because the Steelers are just going to run over and grab Daniel Jones and throw him to the ground.
Yep. A little guy named Watt.
Yep. J.J. Watt. He's just TJ, I'm sorry.
You like that JJ, don't
Man,
you?
well, I mean, I've known JJ for years at Houston, and then he went to the Cardinals, and then he just, but I know TJ's out there too.
Yep.
He's going to be out there hitting them and flexing and doing that scream.
Yeah. So I think that game could get out of hand really fast.
So,
especially if Russell Wilson comes to play like he did last time.
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, buddy.
All right. Well, this concludes our episode on wide receivers. Till next time, I'm Nick Tate.
Joe Caldera.
And the Cadillac. Chad.
Got anything to say, buddy?
Best episode ever. And we're out.
Ay, give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as
SmashMouth Footballerz.
they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My ring said to be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile or even fit into my shoes. Still, I got a lot to prove, but for all that we've been through, this overdue. This the anthem. Pull up and you know the team. your anthem. All my underdogs, everybody get your hands up. Sometimes it's hard, but we made it through. We were struggling for a minute, so that winning overdue. Yeah, they know it's true.